Okay. Welcome to the live. So let's start up with Z. Make sure you guys are sharing the live. Let other people know that we're here. I want to try out Z. I want to try out Z and see how it performs. So if it's your first time here, make sure you are following. Make sure you are following. We are about to start. We'll start in the next couple of seconds. I just want other people to join in the live and enjoy the live. So let's see, how do we move on from here? Process guy. If you're not following, make sure you're following. You can also subscribe, follow, and subscribe. We also have a WhatsApp community, so make sure you also check us out on the WhatsApp community. You see the link on my bio to take you to the WhatsApp community and you can join in. Let's get going. So Z, I've been seeing so much publicity about this guy Z, and I've installed it. Pretty decent editor, but let's see what it takes. I've not actually used it for any real life scenario. I've played around with it, so I'll be using it for what I'll be doing today. I'll try as much as possible to do one or two things. I was able to log in with my own Git account. I know it looks so tiny. I don't have any project in right now. That's why we have it like that. So let me bring in one of my projects and see how it goes. Let me use Edge. I was supposed to start up with a new project today. I wanted to work on one new project. There's several projects I'm planning to work in on, but this looks so tiny. Why so? Oh, I realized something. It could be tiny. That's one thing again. The text is expanding, but what I notice is that the menu section is pretty flat, which I don't know why they made that decision to have it like that. I also maintain my my shortcut key from VS Code because they get to ask you where you're coming from. So I'm coming from VS Code and I use this a lot. Hiding the navigational section, I hide it a lot. So that is kind of handy, knowing that I can do this and that. But I don't know why I can't increase this section. I want to be able to zoom in to this part and show people my folder hierarchy. And I think that is one on one side. and I don't know why the other ones are not also enlarging. I guess if I should go to the settings, I should see it there, but I don't know if I have the time to be going through all the settings. So the settings will give us an idea of what are the things that we can and cannot do hypothetically. So where I'm looking on is the font size or zoom. Let me see if I search for zoom. I can't see anything that makes sense. Zoom padding. Let me see size. Appearance. So the font weight, font family, UI font size. It's not increasing as we are changing, so that is not good. We are supposed to at least be seeing what is changing as we are using it, but it's not changing. Maybe it wants us to off it and on it. Font size. Okay, so that's why. So it's working. My bad. So I think I'd rather do with font size. The font size is big because for the stream, it's always good for a stream. Maybe not for coding. Now my left hand side is now getting a bump. So let's say 30. Let's do 30, and the left side is now making sense. I like the way the text is now readable considerably to some extent. Now, is this readable from your end? I think it's readable. So I think that does it for that part, but it just makes the whole setting page looks more bigger. Now I have to off the settings page and bring it back on. I can't go through all the entire settings, else we're gonna sleep here today. Appearance, dynamic, static, mode, dark. Of course it has to be dark. Who does that? Theme, mode, light, key editors, so many things to go on with. But a few things here, I think along the line we're gonna start discovering some of the things that the system has to offer. I don't know what this padding is all about. Browsing between end and source line. Okay, I think that 7 should be okay, even though I don't know where that is. Show avatar. My avatar is on the top right corner of the screen and it's so small. I have no idea why. Let's go to using the system itself. I want to see if I have the most recent pull of this my project. So this is Edge. Oh, I got so many people pushing stuff. I have miniature push like this. Okay, let me pull down this and I can start making implementation. I don't know if there's an extension for preview. Before now, I think I did check if there was a preview for Z. I know they have like an extension thing going on. If you go to the Windows section, how do I get to the extension? Yes, under the Z option. These are the extension. Live preview, live server preview. It's more of like browser. Okay, this is not what I'm looking for. I'm more like looking for a browser, but we don't need to worry. We can just use our regular browser. Another thing again is terminal. So let's see how our terminal works. That should be under window. There's no terminal, but I have a shortcut key. I can't remember the shortcut key I normally use, but I will just look for terminal window here somewhere. Settings, services, extensions, install CLI, view. Okay, I got it. Fine, it doesn't have a shortcut key, but we're good. So to start up my server, I just do make dev, and I think I should be good to go. these are the guys. Okay, I got some error somewhere on my system, and I think I will need to address that. But apart from that, let me address it right now. So this shouldn't find its way here. I don't like this font. This font is so too stylish for me, but it is what it is. I think over time I will get used to this. Okay, need to remove. Why am I getting this error? Okay, let's see. Let's move on. User OTP email. Model was created. Auto migration failed. So was I able to connect to the database? That's the question. So the error is that reference column tenant ID and reference column tenant ID in foreign key constraints incompatible. Auto migrate. Why are we migrating this table? Totally not necessary. So let's run the code again and then see what we'll have. Okay, so my Gene server is up and going. Let's bring up our browser to this side and let's do, what's the IP again that we're running? I think localhost 3000. Boom, there we go. So what we are about to do, I want to just code with this and then see how interesting it gets, right? Trying to use the editor and then see how it goes from there. Starting up, this supposed to be in our initialization section function here. So once we do, so we can have something like, what's it called? Migrates. Migrate. What should I call it? We've already initialized database. It has written one for me and say migrate. Okay, let's go with migrate. So create a function. So I want to pull this guy inside that. Why panic? You could have as well let the server run instead of panic. Shouldn't have just panicked. This shouldn't just stop the whole server from running. So let's see our function. That's interesting. It looked into my clipboard and then add that into it. Now I'm not in Ghana, I'm in Lagos, Nigeria, West Africa, planet Earth. So this is that migrate. You are supposed to think we need to print out the error instead. we need to, this is better, fail to migrate database error, instead of having it panic or halts the whole thing. So our migration script comes in here and everything should be just good. Let me see what we are doing in the migration script. Let me go and fetch the table and see what's going on. So we'll have a user OTP. I need to see the table. Very weird way of naming stuff. This is not the convention for naming my table. So, but let's see if we'll have that table created, because we told it to migrate. And okay, so we'll have that table created. So we can start doing correction to the whole thing. Okay, let me use the AI version of it. How do you implement the AI module? So I know the AI is on the right hand side. I've seen some document. Okay, it's on the bottom. So here, if you copy, return show code action. What's show code actions? Nah, not this one. Insert selection in new line, browse, Okay. Rewrite model. We'll go wrong. So, but how do I? Okay, I think based on the fact that I've selected the column, I think it should be smart enough. No language model configuration. Okay, I think I also know this one. You have to actually specify the model that you want to use. Where is that again? View server extensions, add custom server. So this is the AI usage and everything that this stuff is doing. I think I have limit of 2000 here. So I think it's using cursor underground though. So I'm saying predict edit at cursor. Okay, I'm going to move ahead without using the AI functionality, and I guess we should just be fine. Why is it called user OTP email? Come on. OTP. Why adding email to it again? Okay. Why are these things breaking? It's not, the Golang is not formatting this thing to match what it's supposed to match. Okay, yeah, thought as much. I think because of the comment at the end, it didn't match. Yeah, this is what I was expecting. Everything in the same line. That shows that Golang formatting is working. So every record should have its own ID. So that is that. That was automatically captured. Okay. We have, this is not necessary. Come on. Code hash. Huh. So I think it once the OTP was once there, but now we have the hash of it. Email auto created. So what's the column name? That's my own. Let me see what the system uses as the column name. Okay. So let's do auto migration and see what happens if the system has generated new table, because that table, I don't like it. So we have to crash the server and restart it. User OTP. So we need another table called user OTP. We need to start the server all over again. But I thought that was supposed to be running automatically. Oh, okay. So what happened is that it doesn't autosave. I'm so used to Visual Studio Code, not knowing that this is not saved yet. I need to go and enable my autosave. That autosave thing is a lifesaver. So let's see if we can get autosave enabled and check auto save. So auto update, that's the lesson I see. Settings, auto update, editor, auto save. Yeah, there you go. Auto save mode should be on Windows change, on focus change. Yep. Once my focus change, just save the thing. Auto signature help, auto indent correct, format on save, removing trailing white space. Of course, I love that. Use auto surrounds. Okay, let's go with what we have now and let's test it if it's auto saving. Yep, it is doing the auto saving. Now it should have recompiled. Oh, I like this sharp color. You guys didn't see that, so I'm sure you can see that green color thing on the left hand side. So that's captured the line code change, kind of sharp, and it's also available on the right hand side here as well, which is not too bad, not too shabby. So I guess I can use the AI bits yet. I guess I have to set up some stuff. What was this one? So this is matching tags. I don't like this color implementation of this matching tag. It kind of makes it look as if something is missing. Yeah, I don't like this font. I don't like this font. So right now I'm about to change the fonts, but I have to see what I'm using in VS Code first. Let's go check what we're using there. So I go to my settings and I hope I can find it, because these guys have also changed the whole thing. So what I'm gonna do is, let me see, I know the name of the font. UI font, definitely not UI font, is editor font that I want. So this is terminal font, and focus on agent font. Let me go to editor. Appearance, buffer font, font family, font face. Let me try this. Vira. So this is my font. I think it's changed. Everything mostly changed. Let me try Vira Sans. Definitely not Sans. Pura, nope. I know what I want already. I think it's, let me do Source Code Pro. So sometimes I use this one, but I like this Fire code. You guys will see why. It has this let me see where it is. Bar block underline. So the reason why I like it is that you can express something like this. Oh, it's not even showing. It's not working. Okay, yeah, that's it. So you can do something like this. Yeah. But I don't know if it's the editor that is doing it or it's just deciding its own thing itself. So now this becomes, what did I even call this again? Oh, doesn't affect on nested. Let's go back to this model. Okay, so it's called user OTP and not user OTP email. Come on. Okay, I think we're good to go. Josh, man, Carter, send a DM and then we'll pick things up from there. Okay, so I think things are pretty smooth to some point. Why is this configuration having issue? Could not import this guy. Whoa. Why are you missing? We have a broken import somewhere. Okay, we didn't need to do this. Yes, I got you. So we are all inside this guy. I could as well just use it like so. It's not necessarily for this. Not don't necessarily need to import. Yeah, that fixed that. Okay. Table automatically. This creating necessary table automatically should be inside the migrate, not somewhere else. In fact, there should be a migrate script on its own. So we'll have ID, email, and the rest of it. Let me now see where other things we need to improve on in this code base. Is there any error? Normally in VS Code, if there's error in the entire page, it kind of flags it by showing red. But I know what it has done here. Toggle code action. So this is what I was actually, this is not what I was looking for. So let me check if it has flagged any code error. No code error, we are still good. Other thing I have is that I was not able to do REST, normal REST call, endpoint call, which is for me a deal breaker, especially when I'm running backend. So there's a HTTP REST call here that I cannot initiate. I can't call. I have to now either use Postman. Yes, I have to use Postman to actually test these endpoints to see if it's working. That is serious. But we'll look for alternatives. But I like the minimalistic view of the Zen, and it looks pretty sharp and fast, kind of. Even though VS Code for me is still not bad, it's still fast. But you can never have too much fast. So let me see if we're able to go into the system to test other parts of what we have. Brand code available, you can use this code. I don't think we need that message. If we can use the code, that should not show there. It should kind of show on the bottom. This is not necessary. This is a bug. This is a bug in the system. It shouldn't have something like this. Okay, so we have ability to upload logo. Testing company, and you can select this company size. This is totally not supposed to be presented in this format. I think there are better options for us to have this. I think we can remove the company size. it's not an information that we necessarily need. Oh, this is the search part. Remember the search, but the search is always available on the left hand side. So how do I remove this part now? Okay, jump to file. Then I need to be able to see the file at length. Okay, I want to remove the company size thing so that we're left with this. Do I even need industry? Okay, so I think I can leave industry for now, but the company size should be removed. Where else do we have the company size? So we have it coming from here. I think I should leave it. Let's leave the company size guy. So the address goes in there, country comes in there, and the website goes in here. But okay, my next is not activated. Oh, I like this, but I want it to be like kind of a checkbox. I don't know if I'm liking this. Select module. Coming soon, coming soon, coming soon. So, but somebody uncheck on this previous. Everything I filled went away. Okay. Let's see. Okay, so can go next. The admin account person setup. Nah, you can't have these two buttons here. No. You can't have these two buttons here. This is your next should send the OTP. Okay, so that is that. Okay, reviewed. No, it's supposed to be next. Next. It's supposed to be create account access password. New setup. Okay. Let's look at the warning parts. Oh, I just saw one warning here. Existing email OTP, create a new. So this is authentication.go, and this should be user OTP, obviously. And which other part do I see? An issue. Where is this? This is backend. I'm kind of trying to make sense of the interface that I'm seeing. This is step 1 business. I've jumped to another code from here. Let me check it properly. Now closing this code base. Downloading package version. What is that? Yeah, checking for update on YAML language server. You're just doing your thing. Okay. Internal. The thing is, I can't see if there are issues with what I have. Unlike Visual Studio Code, you are going to see errors if there are errors. The only thing I can see now is that the changes I've made, but I can't see where there are errors, apart from the fact that if I checked. But what just happened to the error I saw now? They've all disappeared. Let me go to the front end again and try to bring down the issue, or bring up the issue. So there's this thing. Let me run this lint. I know the lint is going to say a lot of things, but let me check that out. Of course, at least we have a way to create new terminal. So let's say cd web and pnpm. This pnpm is showing me shege. Okay, so we got 12 problems. File only export component using Okay, I think I know that problem. So let's go see what's happening in this file. So it got 2 problems. These guys were not used. Okay. Missing dependencies. So that is all good. I just had, okay, I can see the red dot now. The red dot is now shown on the left hand side. That shows that there are issues on the particular section of code that you're working with. So I need to create 000 screen. That will be, what will I call this now? The first page that shows, it's not onboarding, it's more of like called, for now, I will think of the name later. It's not splash screen. So this is gonna, ChatGPT is gonna help me build up the page. So create for first. Is it? So I think the name is called welcome page. Welcome. I think that page was missing. Well, let's see.